y'all so silly. Anywho, hello, welcome to my channel. I am the Courtney Williams if you're new here, and today we're talking about what people don't tell you about teaching in Vietnam. If you guys are interested, keep watching. Y'all, we are back in the building with another video, and I'm feeling so good today. Like, yes. But today we're talking about what nobody told me when I thought, I'm coming here to teach English. So I wanted to share this with you guys because I think sometimes people, you can only research so much, and you get to a new place, you just never really know what's what. And then if you're going there particularly to teach English, it's like, if you were told a few things, it makes the experience a little bit better. But when it really comes down to it, you just never really know till you get there. So for me coming to Vietnam, I was super stoked. I was super excited. I definitely had, a lot of insight, a lot of information, because one, I had been to Vietnam previously, so I was pretty familiar with like the hiring style, hiring seasons, and all that good jazz. But I also had like a lot of friends who had lived here and were actual expats. So I kind of had their feedback as well, but I still felt like, looking back on this journey here, that there was one thing in particular that nobody told me. And I was really like, yo, I wasn't prepared. Like, I was so not prepared. So basically what it is the startup fee that you kind of have to pay when you are just becoming like an expat here teaching English particularly. And what I mean by that is that Vietnam is more of a country that when it comes to teaching, they really kind of take the paperwork and everything kind of serious. Whereas like when I taught when I taught in Thailand, like my first school, girl, they didn't ask for my degree, none of that until like 3 months in. So it's like definitely different. So you definitely got to come here with your paperwork and everything ready to go, and not just because you want to be on top of it, which you do, but it's like it also saves you money. So when you do finally get a job, you got to think about all the fees that you got to pay in the beginning of just, coming here that are outside of your expat fees. So when I say your expat fees, so let's say you decide, okay, you're not going to stay in the hostel forever, or you're not going to do the Airbnb forever. Like, you decided, okay, I'm gonna stay here a little bit longer, I'm gonna get an apartment. Like, I'm gonna make it real and legit. So you get an apartment, and your expat fee is like, the amount you have to pay for your apartment plus your deposit normally is anywhere from 1 to 3, sometimes even 6 months, which is negotiable as far as like paying up front before you move in. Thank God I didn't have to pay anything when I first moved in. I really negotiated with my landlord, so it worked out perfectly. But you should still prepare for that. Like, if you're getting an actual apartment, sometimes you gotta pay up a little bit of a chunk up front. So, and then getting your motorbike, getting like daily living things set up, that's your normal expat fee. But then in addition to that, when you come to Vietnam to teach, you got to get like your work permit stuff set up, because they don't really play about it. Like, granted, it is a couple of jobs where people kind of do some under the table stuff, little cash flow stuff, but on a grand scale, the majority don't really play that. I think the government here kind of has a nice understanding of what is expected from the employers and the teachers. And, you just don't want to get in any crossfire of not being legal. Like, this ain't your country and you want to be legal. So I feel like the best route, and most of the time the best job opportunities, are the ones who, make sure you got your work permit stuff together and who require it, up front. So with coming to Vietnam, for that work permit process, you know, you do got to have your documents together and you do have to have them certified. And it's actually better to get it certified back in the States before you come, because if you wait to come out of the country and you got to go to the US Embassy to get your documents certified, it's like $50 for one document. And y'all know, like, getting your documents certified is just a fancy way of saying notarized. So, you know, you can go to the bank in America and get your paperwork notarized for free. You can go to your university and get your documents notarized for free. Like, it's so many free places that you can go and get documents notarized. So when I had to go to the embassy and pay, girl, I paid $100 for 2 documents. I was like, y'all can't be serious. Y'all are playing games. But yeah, so be prepared for that. Like, that's part of the fees. And then also, like, to get the actual work permit, you got to do your health check, which can be like $52 and up, $50 to $70 depending on what hospital you go to. You got to get a police check, which is only about like $13. You have to get a residency card. Well, the residency card is optional, and this is something you would possibly do after you actually have your work permit. But this is basically like, it'll save you from having to do visa runs, and it's about $200 for like a 2-year span, but you don't qualify for it until you get the work permit. And then everything else, like getting your visa, anywhere from $50 to $124. Your invitation letter, which is $70. Processing your documents, which could be like $162. Y'all, it's like these fees will add up. And don't just be like stressed out and worried, because I think when I first got here, I was like, yo, I wasn't prepared. Like, hold up. But some of these things, depending on your employer, they will assist you to a certain percentage. Like, nobody really paying the whole 100%, but you can get a good chunk percentage covered sometimes, depending on what company you're working with. But then also, a lot of companies will also offer like a loan type of process without having to pay any extra fees for using it. But like, you know, they'll pay for this stuff up front, or a good chunk of the stuff up front for you, and then they'll just pull it out of your check over the next couple of months. And then some companies will have a reimbursement program in addition, so they'll help you pay for it up front if you need it, or you can pay cash if you got it like that. And you know, then if you complete like a year contract, complete your contract, then a good chunk of it will be reimbursed, or some companies will do a whole 100% reimbursement if you finish your contract. So you just really got to utilize these things and keep it in mind when you're doing your negotiations, because people don't tell you that. And if you knew, when you're doing like your negotiation for what you want to be paid, and you know, your employer sends the offer like, okay, we want to hire you, this is what we would like to offer you, that's the opportunity to negotiate, y'all. Like, just don't take what people be giving you. You feel like, okay, I got to do X, Y, and Z, and I would really love this job, but I'm gonna need some assistance with these things, you know, like, this is your time to get that off your chest. So I'm hoping that letting y'all know this, that you guys will be better prepared and just better set up. Granted, I didn't have all of this set up when I came here, and I wasn't prepared for all of that. Like, I had some of the stuff in order, but like, I wasn't prepared for that startup fee. So you know, it took me a little bit longer. I had to utilize, you know, being able to pay through the company and pay it back through my check. But it definitely is something you want to do quickly, and you want to know about ahead of time, because it also saves you money on your taxes. Because once you actually get your work permit, your taxes drops. Until you get your work permit, your taxes is at like 20%. So you want to make sure you have this stuff like set up, and you're kind of prepared and just ready to tackle it, and have all your documents and stuff ready to go when you first get here. for real. So this is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am gonna be working on an ebook because when I was pulling up all of like the fees and everything, like I just was like, yo, I need to compile all this stuff for you guys so you guys can really have something to help you when you first get here. So that's on its way, girl. I'm working on it this week. I'm super excited. And just let me know if you guys have any other questions in the comment section down below. As always, remember, people who's there make it worth their while, and I will see you guys later. Bye.